It cannot be understated the influence that East Asian culture had on the United States in the early 2000s. So much so that a specific Japanese pop rock band actually gained notable popularity here in the States. I am, of course, talking about Hi Hi Puffy AmiYumi. Now, I, like a lot of Americans, first heard of Puffy AmiYumi from their campaign with Cartoon Network and Time Warner in the early 2000s. I first remember hearing about them because they had sung the theme song for one of my favorite cartoons of all time, the original Teen Titans from the early 2000s. And I remember thinking that it was so cool that they aired both the English and Japanese version of that theme song. And also, I loved Code Lyoko, and they would always play the French and the English version of that show as well. I just thought it was really cool getting different language versions of the intros. Um, but Puppy AmiYumi actually got their own cartoon made by Cartoon Network Studios in the early 2000s, where they got these cute little designs. Like, I really love the designs that Cartoon Network had came up with for them. But also in the cartoon show, they would also have live action segments showing the real live versions of Hi Hi Puffy AmiYumi. It did confuse me a little bit as a kid, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't um, understand whether they were actually like a real band or not, or if they were like a fictional thing that was just made up for the TV show. But no, they are a real band. And also, as part of this campaign, they licensed out the toys for this Cartoon Network show to none other than Mattel. My family always shopped at Kmart and Walmart, and I just never remember seeing these in stores. Though I do remember whenever I was like 14, me and my grandmother had went to this gas station in rural Tennessee. It was a weird place. It's not there anymore, unfortunately, but it was like a gas station, but they also sold like fishing tools in there. They also rented out movies back then, and they also were kind of a thrift store. I mean, they really had everything. And I remember going there and they had a bunch of like discontinued Hi Hi Puffy AmiYumi toys there. And I was like, what the hell? Like, where do these come from? Like, it was so weird to see them. Like, they had some of their like cats, like they had the cats, and they had these dolls there. And I actually begged my grandmother to get me the Yumi one because I preferred Yumi. So I actually did have the Yumi doll made from Mattel as a kid, but I never did have Ami. And at McKay's, I actually found Ami and Yumi both. I found them both there for only $7.95, which is such a good deal. And they're actually in pretty good condition, like as collector items. And I was really conflicted about taking them out of the box or not. But I actually kind of want to use some of their clothing pieces. So, because their boxes aren't in 100% perfect condition, anyways, and also I need to change the batteries on them because they are singing dolls, I just decided to go ahead and open them up. And what better time to do so than Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month? But before I do that, my friend Andrea, who I had mentioned in the last video that I uploaded on this channel, she actually had a surprise sale on her Instagram a couple weeks ago. Like, it really caught me off guard because this is not something that she really ever does, but I love Andrea. I love the clothes that she's made for me, and I knew I had to get something from it. So I actually got one dress from her from that sale, and it's this beautiful uh, green baby doll floral print dress that I have my Mermaid Tori doll modeling right this second. Now, with Tori, I think I'm probably going to have her rerouted eventually, but I've mentioned before several times that I've needed more green representation for my collection, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity to get another green item for my Barbie dolls. And I just thought that this dress was so beautiful. I love this material that is made out of like these leaves. It's a really beautiful earthy green color, and they have these like copper flower details on it. And this dress is just so well made. So I'm so happy that I was able to buy something from that sale of hers. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't really expecting her to sell anything because that's not something that she normally ever does. There was actually one more piece that I wanted to buy from her, and I was a little sad because whenever I went to buy it, somebody had already claimed it, unfortunately. Though, whenever I went to go pick up the dress, she was so unbelievably kind to make me a dress out of the same material as the one that I was looking to buy. So she had also made me this beautiful dress. I loved, like, this is the fabric that the other one I was interested in was made out of. But she's been testing this new dress pattern that's been using multiple fabrics. And she decided to make this one for me out of that same fabric because I guess she had some left over. I just think it's really cool. I love the pattern, how it says Millennium 2000. You know, I'm kind of a 2000s kid. Born in the late 90s, but hell, I don't like the first 4 years of my life. Like, I didn't gain consciousness till I was 5 years old. So, really, I'm more of a 2000s kid, to be honest. Um, but I actually kind of like this one better because I love this black top part of it. I wonder how long this took her to make because really I had bought the green one and I picked it up a couple days later. So like for me to make something like this, I'm imagining months. But since she's so skilled, she could have probably made it overnight. I don't know. Currently, I have this Barbie wearing it, and I'm not sure if she will end up like owning this dress in my collection or not. I might actually try it on a curvy because it's a little bit bigger. It might fit better on a curvy. But if she does have it, I ended up pairing it with these red stockings because that calls back to her lips. And I chose her just because she has this like white hair color. I thought that looked good with the bottom part of the dress. But not only that, but Andrea is so generous. She made me a couple more pieces. So most of this is my AliExpress haul that I had a couple videos ago, but Andrea actually made me this cute little brown skirt. It's like brown, but it's got like some green in it too. But she made me this cute little skirt for curvy Barbie, and I just thought it would pair perfectly with this brown sweater. And so beautiful, so nice quality. And I actually had some brown uh, and white shoes in my collection that, I mean, they just really complete the look. Simone looks so cute here, doesn't she? Also, she had made me a couple pieces for my Ken dolls, including this pair of, it's like a corduroy fabric, like light brown colored pants for Ken, and I just think these are so cool. I think that this is a Mycene Boys shirt, but it's got some swirls of brown in it, and they kind of match with the pants. And I really appreciate this because I'm always looking for more bottoms for my Kens specifically. She had also made me these light gray sweatpants, and these are really cool. She said they would fit both Ken and curvy Barbie, so I'm not sure who I'm going to be putting them on, but these are really nice quality and better than anything Mattel could ever give us. So thank you so much, Andrea, for this beautiful dress and all these beautiful extra pieces that you had made for me. I'm super appreciative, and it makes me feel a little bad because my love language is partially like gift giving, but for people like her, it's like I don't know what to give her, you know? I mean, I offered to pay more, but I don't know what I could possibly I just feel weird sometimes whenever I receive gifts from people and I'm like, what could I possibly give them in return? But then I also had to be like step back and be like, just enjoy it. They're just giving you something out of the kindness of their own heart. Just appreciate it, you know? But I mean, if literally anything that I had in my collection, if she asked for it, I give it to her. Now, spoiler alert, I actually forgot to buy batteries, so I'm gonna have to include like a clip at the end of this video showing them actually singing. But let's go ahead and take a look at the back of their box. So I'll start with AmiYumi. So on the back of the box, it shows some prototype images of the two dolls. Mattel did that a lot in the 2000s where they had the picture on the back of the box was always like a prototype, and you could very clearly tell that it was hand painted. See how the dolls are displayed in the box. They have their hand going to the side of the box, And if you were to press this, like if her battery still worked, she would actually start talking. It says, "We are Puffy AmiYumi. Touch my hand and hear me speak in English and Japanese, and put my hand against Yumi's hand and we sing." So in order to get them to actually sing, you do have to put their hands together. Like you got to buy both of the dolls, or you could try it out in stores like this. Like just put them together like this to make them sing together. And actually, these boxes, I know they look really oddly shaped, but whenever you put them together, they actually do make a like a solid rectangular shape whenever you put them together. So they're really cool to just have like displayed like this. I just wish it was a little bit in better condition, that I might consider actually keeping it in the box. It's just sort of as like a cool time capsule. When were these dolls even released? Let me see. So it says Cartoon Network, Puffy AmiYumi, Mattel. Oh, 2005. So these dolls were released whenever I was like 9 years old. It says Puffy AmiYumi World Tour Ami, which I guess that's what these live action dolls are called. Like that's a collection, World Tour. Yumi Yoshimura and Ami Onuki came together in 1995 through a nationwide talent search in Japan. Since their rock and roll debut in 1996, hey, that's the year I was born. I didn't know that. Yumi and Ami have sold millions of albums and played concerts around the world with a unique style that's all their own. And it has a little card that you can cut out at the bottom with the person. So it says Ami Onuki. I hope that I'm pronouncing that right. Her birthday is September the 18th. Her hometown is Tokyo, Japan. Her favorite accessory is rings. Her favorite hobby is surfing, and her favorite school subject is art. Let me just say that that was not a fun unboxing experience. Like, Mattel was not playing around with those metal twist ties back then. But here is Ami straight out of her packaging. I will start off by saying that the one thing that I do not like about Mattel's Hi Hi Puffy AmiYumi dolls is the fact that they had, instead of just using the regular Barbie body, for some reason they had engineered this unique, uh, like more slender, petite body sculpt for them. And I don't know why that is. Like if it was just like a requirement from like as part of the toy license, that they had not only made their own face sculpts but also a whole new body sculpt for them. Actually, I don't think they use any like accessories or anything from Mattel's other doll lines. Like everything about them, everything here is new, which is a cool thing. But also for their heads, because this body sculpt is unique, it's got a skinnier like neck plug than what Barbie head sculpts usually have. So like if I were to rebody her on a Barbie body, it would kind of look like her lower neck is like spread out if I try to put it on a thicker Barbie body with a thicker neck. Like I'd love to rebody them on the Christy Yamaguchi Barbie that's coming out with the petite body and basically this skin tone. Like she would absolutely make the perfect body donor for them if they could fit properly on Barbie bodies. But who knows what I will do with them. But I'm so happy to finally have Ami. She does have a unique face sculpt than Yumi. I believe they do. Let me see. Well, actually, yeah, Ami and Yumi do have different face sculpts. So it looks like Ami's nose is just a little bit wider than Yumi's. Yeah, it kind of looks like Yumi's face is a little bit more of an oval shape, and Ami has a more prominent jawline and also more prominent cheekbones than Yumi has. So they are two different face sculpts. So I think that's really cool. But she's got a really beautiful facial screening. I love it. It's very minimalist, especially for early 2000s Mattel, but she does have some subtle eyeshadow, lots of detail in her eyebrows and her like eye screening, all the different highlights in it. I just think it's really, really beautiful. I love the lipstick color too. It's super soft. It's super innocent, honestly. These dolls just look super, super cute. And Ami actually has longer hair than Yumi does. Now, her hair fiber, this actually feels like saran. It's really good quality hair. It's gelled, like it's got a little bit of gel in it to hold what little curls. I mean, why is it gel? She doesn't really have any sort of hairstyle going on, but it is this dark brown color with these more red streaks in it. It's a really cool hair blend. But yeah, her skin tone is super pale, and both of them have the same skin tone. So I'm hoping that they'll match the Christy Yamaguchi, because I'll try to hybrid them on there and see if I can get it to work. But you can see they're posed kind of awkwardly because this arm has the magnet mechanism in it. I wonder why they even gave this arm a swivel at all, because no matter how you pose it, it's always going to look kind of awkward. I mean, this arm looks really weird too. It's just kind of like awkwardly off to the side like that. Very strange. And the legs are unique as well. They have a hinge on them, though. A very weird hinge. So strange. I never looked at it this closely before, but they've got like an exposed joint here, but it's wrapped in the leg rubber. Like you can see the rubber continues from the top to the bottom, like it's connected here. It's so strange. Mattel has never made another body sculpt like this before, to my knowledge, and no twist and turn waist either. But because they're early 2000s Mattel products, they have really nice quality clothes. Even though some of the fashions, I would say, are a little dated. Her top's cute, but it's definitely of its time. It's a lot. It's like, it's got stripes on it. It's got like a solid green, solid orange, and then the sleeve is plaid for some reason. It's very strange. And the skirt, they couldn't just have it be like a solid denim skirt. It's like partially this blue denim, partially this like orangish denim with orange stitching. It's got like a blue patch over here for some reason, and then like it looks like a blue piece under it, and then fringe on it. So strange. I honestly don't see myself using these two pieces for anything, but I do love her shoes though. She's got a really cool shoe sculpt. I love this red color, and they do have painted brown bottoms and also these cute little pink love hearts on the front. This is a really cool shoe sculpt. And they do have bigger feet than the normal Barbie body has. Like, look how big her feet are. This might actually fit on a Ken. So I think Ami's very cute overall. She did come with a few more accessories, like a separate outfit piece. I really love this orange varsity jacket that she comes with. It's smaller than normal Barbie clothes because they're made for those body types, so it might fit better on a petite. But I like this this tiger that's printed on it, and it is branded for this doll line. I actually think inside it actually does have a Puffy AmiYumi tag inside of it. Like they were really all like, none of this was from Barbie or anything. Though Ami's bag, I was looking at it and I was like, this kind of looks like it could be a Mycene accessory a little bit. Like, has Mattel ever used this bag sculpt before? It's really cute. It's supposed to look like a fabric, like sack bag, but it's got some pink fringe and actually a little chain detail and a flower on the front because Ami's motif is flowers. As you will see, Yumi's is skulls, so definitely like yin and yang from them. And Ami also comes with this strange accessory. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a hat or a top. I'm guessing from the sewn on braids it's supposed to be a hat, but I really couldn't tell you for certain. Ami, of course, comes with her guitar, which is black and white, and it is a different shape than Yumi's guitar. It does actually have the Hi logo sculpted on there. It comes with a yellow strap. Ami also comes with some other miniature accessories like this little flower hair clip. Somebody tell me what kind of flower this is, because I'm not really sure. She also comes with a brush, a sculpted Puffy AmiYumi specific brush. Didn't even use the Barbie brush. And she comes with her own little pins and bracelet. And I really like this pin because it's got the cartoon version of them on it. And it also comes with this cute little chunky cuff bracelet that's white and pink with a little heart on it. Now, as for Yumi, I have a lot more experience with because she was my favorite. Of course, she was my favorite. She was the more edgy one. But on the back of the box, everything's the same except for her backstage pass, which has her specific name on it. It says her name, Yumi Yoshimura. Birthday is January the 30th. Hometown is Osaka, Japan. Her favorite color is black. Her favorite accessory is a necklace, which is weird because they didn't include one with this doll, but they did have fashion packs for the Puffy AmiYumi dolls, so maybe one of those came with a necklace for her. And her favorite instrument is the bass. And here is Yumi, straight out of her packaging. Now, I still have my childhood Yumi in storage somewhere, and I actually have one other Yumi that I thrifted, so I have 3 Yumis in total. Because I just think she's so cute. She's got such a cute face. I also really love the hairstyle they gave her. I don't even know what you would call it. It's like, what is it, like a wolf cut or something? Is that the term that I'm looking for? I just think it's super cool. It's super edgy. Like, I totally don't fault myself for picking her over Ami back in the early 2010s or whenever that was, whenever I found them in that random gas station. I mean, that was really like a fever dream. Like, imagine going to a random gas station out in the country and seeing a bunch of toys from a cartoon that's been off the air for like 10 years. I mean, it was really a shock to me, and I was so excited. But I really loved my Yumi doll growing up. I kept her in the box even as a kid for a long time and opened her up eventually just because I wanted to play around with her. But it's so nice to be able to unbox her again. She's basically got the same hair color as Ami. Obviously, it's just cut differently. She also comes with her own outfit that I actually prefer this one a lot more than Ami's as well. She comes with this green mesh top, and the green top actually does have a pattern printed on it. I'm surprised that they didn't put anything under it because, I mean, you can literally see straight through the top. And it's also got this cute little red plaid ruffle up at the top. I just think that it's a really cute piece, though I've never really used it for anything. I also really like her bottoms, though I don't know whether to call them pants or shorts. But I love how distressed they are, how they have different shades of this blue color. They're a lot less loud than what Ami had. And they have pockets on the sides, these cool cuffs on the bottom, and her shoes are also really cool. I have these shoes in my collection. I've definitely used them for looks before. They're these glossy black combat boots that have silver painted buckles on them as well as some red laces. I always thought these were such a cool piece for a fashion doll to come with. Now, of course, Yumi comes with her own set of extra accessories, just like Ami did. So Yumi comes with her own jacket, which is really cool. It's a black and like hot pink and red shiny material with a little skull on it. I thought this was so kick-ass as a kid. I also love like the silver ribbon that they use as like a faux zipper, and it actually has like a little itty-bitty zipper at the bottom. And Ami actually has the same thing on her jacket, but it's a gold color. So like I said, it's like they're opposites, but they're best friends. This accessory I always thought was really weird. She comes with this black and red beanie. And the beanie's cute, but it's got these like braids sewn onto it. I don't know if Mattel ever did this with any other of their doll lines, but it's just so strange to have hair sewn on a fabric piece like this. I guess it does look kind of cute whenever you put it on her. Personally, though, I have cut the braids off of the other beanie hat that I have, so I will end up keeping them on this one, just, you know, for the novelty of it. She comes with her own guitar. Hers is red and black with a white strap. Lots of skull details on it, which is really cool. Also has the Hi logo sculpted, so definitely a piece that was made specifically for this doll line, her own. A handbag accessory that's red and black as well. And also she comes with a yellow brush. Now, one of my favorite accessories that she came with as a kid, she came with the same exact buttons as what Ami came with, but she came with Yumi's iconic skull cuff bracelet from the cartoon, But I think in the cartoon she had like a spiked cuff bracelet, which I always thought was so cool. And then she had a skull on her t-shirt. And I always thought it was so funny in the cartoon whenever she would show expressions and then the skull would change his expressions to match hers. But the cuff bracelet that she comes with a little skull on it as well. So now I actually have two of these cuff bracelets, so I can give my dolls a matching pair. So that was my review of Mattel's Hi Hi Puffy AmiYumi dolls from 2005. It was so nice to unbox Yumi again and to finally be able to open up Ami. And like I said at the end of this video, I will be showing a clip of them working once I have replaced their batteries. Hopefully they do work and there's no corrosion or anything inside. Let me know if you had either one of these dolls growing up, or I guess if you were an adult collector in the early 2000s, which I mean, what a dream that would be, to be an adult and have the money to buy the really cool dolls that were being released back then. And which one was your favorite? Like, did you like Ami better or did you like Yumi? Now, also in this video, I guess just to get it out of the way, and because I don't really plan on making a big fashionistas video for this wave, because I honestly don't really like a lot of them, I'm going to be taking a look at Barbie Fashionista number 227. This is the Barbie Fashionista that is inspired by Totally Hair Ken. And I guess this guy could be Asian. I mean, a lot of people were saying he kind of looked like ethnically ambiguous. Like he could be Indian or Arab or South Asian, like you never know. But I love this guy. I mentioned a few videos ago that I thought it was so cool that Mattel finally released a regular Playline Ken doll with facial hair. Because honestly, I remember I started growing facial hair whenever I was like 9 years old. Like I already had a mustache. And I know a lot of kids, especially the ones that aren't just regular white Americans, can start growing facial hair at a very young age. So I know that the part of the reason why Mattel doesn't like putting facial hair on Ken a lot of the time is because they want him to look younger. But there's a lot of boys out there who start growing facial hair before they're even a teenager. So I just think that's a very strange mentality to have. I know Barbie dolls kind of have like a ambiguous age most of the time. I mean, they're young adults to me. Like I see all my dolls as being in their like 20s or 30s. But I guess they could be teenagers still. How old is Barbie canonically? Like, is she what, 18? Like 19? I think Barbie's canonically 19. I really wish I knew who painted this box art. I love these little stars that they put in his hair too. It's so cute. So here is Barbie Fashionista number 227, straight out of his packaging. And I really think he's probably the best design from this entire wave. I just think he's so cool. Like, not only the fact that he has facial hair, but also just that this is a whole new face sculpt altogether. I mean, it was sculpted in 2023, so this face sculpt was sculpted last year. I love his hairstyle. Like, I love how much volume it has, though I do partially wish that it was like a fade on the side. And I'll say one thing that's weird about this guy, for some reason, he's got like bobblehead syndrome straight out of the box. So no matter how much I mash his head on his body, it's not really getting any better. And I think that's because that he's on the slim body type. Maybe it's just mine. Maybe okay, I mashed it pretty hard. Maybe I fixed that. Okay, maybe I just wasn't mashing it hard enough, but I think I actually fixed it. But yeah, he is on the slim Ken body type, which I know is not everybody's cup of tea. I think that the issue most people have with it is that the neck looks too wide for this body frame, which is true, but also I understand that Mattel does it like that because the regular body Kens have thicker necks, and if they made this body have a thinner neck, then they couldn't fit the same head sculpts, and they want the head sculpts to be interchangeable. So there's not really any easy way to fix that other than making specific head sculpts for this body type and this body type only, or adjusting the specific head sculpts that they want to use on this body to compensate for a smaller neck, which they won't do. But I love this face sculpt. He's so handsome. I love his smile. I love his nose shape. I love his sharp jaw and his dark features. He's just so handsome, though I will say his eyes are pixelated. But I am actually a little bit happy that they're pixelated, because the Barbie Fashionista that came out with the prosthetic leg early this year or late last year, he had the regular tampograph for his eyes, which I liked at first, but then I noticed that it was impossible, and I still have not found one of him with non-wonky eyes. Like, one of them was always higher than the other one. And with the DIJ pixelation, it actually makes wonk eye a little bit less common. So, and I just ordered one from Amazon. I don't know why, but they sent me two for some reason. But they both actually have really solid eye screenings as far as like the placement, even though they are a little bit shiny. I actually think it might be just the eyes and the eyebrows that are the pixelation. And then the rest is just the regular painting method. I think his clothes are really cool too. I know a lot of people were saying they didn't like the fact that his hoodie didn't have sleeves on it, but I think that this is a really popular style for men to be wearing nowadays, is this like sleeveless hoodie. I know I have one of these. I think they're cool, and I love that it actually does like come with a hood too. And it's got a hole in the back in case you want to put it on your Barbie. It does have the same pattern or similar pattern to the Totally Hair Ken shirt that he had. I actually didn't really do a comparison, but if you can see on here, the original Totally Hair Ken had a long sleeve shirt and pants, whereas this one has short sleeve and shorts. The shorts are that same purple color that Totally Hair Ken had, and he also has these really cool shoes. Unfortunately, the shoes don't have any painting on them, but I could fix that if I really wanted to. But I'm definitely going to be rebodying him, so he will not stay Slim Ken forever, because we just don't have a Slim Ken in Made to Move yet. I mean, they might do that one day. I'd love to see it. But I've been seeing a lot of people put this guy on the second wheelchair Ken. Or I think he might actually also match this Barbie Looks doll. It's, it's not perfect, but it's a pretty close match for him. So, I mean, this guy is one option if you wanted to get a body donor for him. But that is all that I had for today's video. Like I said, again, thank you so much, Andrea, for all the awesome clothes that you had gifted to me, and that awesome dress that you were able to let me buy from you. Do you all have any other Asian bands that you listen to? I know K-pop was really popular in the States for a while. I think it still is. But I loved listening to Puffy AmiYumi as a kid, even though I couldn't understand a word that they were saying. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content to help me out in the algorithm, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye. Alright, so here I have successfully changed their batteries, and unfortunately, Ami, for some reason, I'm not sure if it has to do with some of the corrosion that I'm seeing on her hand, but you can barely hear her when she talks. They both work. It's just, I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear that. Like, is she saying anything? She's working, but it's just very faint. That's unfortunate, because I was really looking forward to hearing what she had to say the most. But Yumi works a lot better. And of course, when you put their hands together, it's supposed to be louder, but yeah, because Ami's not working properly. It gets the idea across.